What's going on, YouTube? Got a request for some clarification. Somebody, one of my subscribers in San Antonio wanted me to do a rehash on the stances. They're working on the cat, the L, and the horse stance. So here we go. Pay attention. For starters, we'll start off with something simple. Cat stance. You literally cock one knee forward, place the ball of your foot down to where you can pivot on it without much of your weight on it at all. Shouldn't matter if it's up or barely touching the floor. The other leg, you want to turn out 45 degrees to the side and then bend that knee. All your weight's on this leg that you're standing on. You set this one here just ahead enough as if you were either shuffling forward or back. All weight on the ball of the other foot, but also relying on the weight between evenly the ball and the heel. And you want to hold this opposing or same side for 5 minutes at a time. That's the minimum. Hands can be ahead of you here, shoulder height. They can be out to the side. Whatever you got to do just to occupy your time, count down a good 5 minutes. Then of course you change. Put this foot 45 degrees out to the side and this one forward. Same thing, ball of the foot touches down. No weight on that leg, so it just touches for placement as if you were shuffling forward or back. This one out at 45 degrees. Knee bent as deep as you can get it to relax into that stance. And you want to hold, like I say, for 5 minutes at a minimum. Secondarily, one that's also a stretch and an isometric builder would go to the L stance. L stance is if you were taking one of the longest steps that you could think of. Straight forward, and the rear leg, you let that cock out to the side at least 90 degrees. So you're basically standing on the instep of your rear foot and between the ball and heel, mostly focused on the ball for balance of your leading foot. You want to keep your back straight and just sit there, count down 5 minutes. Changing sides is as simple as turning the front foot to where you're now in a horse stance, and then the rear foot, you want to turn it out to the side. So now this one's 90 degrees and this one's straight ahead of you. And you want to hold that for 5 minutes. Make sure that the lead leg, which is the one pointing ahead of you, is bent as close as you can get it to 90 degrees, and the rear leg is stretching your inner thigh as you're standing sideways on that foot. Blade facing the floor, ball and heel supporting your weight. Turn those in. The last one I want to show is the horse stance. You want to spread your feet out a little bit further than shoulders width, so use your body as alignment. Bend your knees as deep as you comfortably can. Keep your back straight. Tuck your hips in. Hands can be ahead of you out front. Relaxed elbows out to the side. Doesn't matter much. The main thing is make sure that you're activating your quads with your knees bent as deep as possible, and you're standing balanced between the heel and balls of each foot. You want to hold this position for a minimum of 10 minutes. Now these are warm-ups that you can use in place of jogging or running, since everybody's exercising social distancing. But at the same time, holding these 3 different stances for the minimum time that I required multiple times a day will not only keep your body in condition for any type of physical activity, from warms-ups to stretches to replacing running if that's not a possibility for you at this time. Again, this stance is the horse stance, which you can hold hands here, hands ahead, relaxed elbows out to the sides. As long as you keep your hands basically up not supporting or grabbing anything, you're doing great. And you want to hold this for a minimum of 20 minutes. You can break it down into 10-minute sections, but most importantly, you just want to make sure that you put in the time. Each one of the stances, each side, other than this one balance being a combined total, for 5 minutes for the cat stance, 5 minutes the other side, L stance, 5 to 10 minutes with the lead leg out, the other one at 90 degrees, knee bent in the front, leg straight, groin stretch for the first one, and as you switch, it's opposite. This one will stretch the groin, this knee will be bent into the lead, this one's turned out at 90 degrees, this one's straight ahead of you. And that's about all I had this evening. Wanted to make sure I gave a in-depth breakdown for those 3 stances and gave a demonstration of where I actually filmed it, and you can see my feet. Enjoy, have a good one, stay safe, fit, and healthy, and I'm out of here.